Hi, this is Philip with RTX Honeybees. It's January 31st, 2023. It's 27 degrees. Everybody seems to be stuck at home. So I decided maybe this was a good time for me to make a quick video, show you guys my basic setup that I run. So as I do a lot of tinkering, so I try to customize a lot of things. This is just an overview. I'll try to get into a lot of the things I do differently in future videos, maybe even show some future builds. But so I guess we should start with the bottom board. So I guess I should just start out by showing you guys the bottom. So what I have here, let's see, maybe I should bring you guys in a little bit closer. So this is my bottom board. It's 100% screen, number 8 hardware cloth. I built into it it has a landing board right here on the front. It's got a pull-out tray in the back, like that. Let's see if I can get this out. It's notched to receive my counting board. This is a little hook. You'll have to look at some of my other videos, but the reason for this hook and this little metal piece is I use oxalic acid wands to treat for varroa mites. So this is real easy for me to put the wand in there, slide it closed, the wand vaporizes, takes care of the whole colony. So makes it real quick for me to use the wand. That's pretty much it. I've got a lot of different versions of bottom boards, and soon in the future I'll just do an entire video series on just bottom boards. Not series, but just an entire video on different bottom boards and the way I built them or am building them. All right. Other than the way I treat for varroa, there's nothing too much different from a commercially bought IPM style bottom board. This is my deep. The brood box that I run a deep and a medium. That's commonly known as a 1.5. It's the same size as standard Langstroth deep. It's 9 5/8 inches high. I do add this extra piece around the bottom. I call this the Morse cleat. I do an attached handle, not an inset handle. I like the fact that I'm able to, with an attached handle, I'm able to divide the box into 2 4-frame nukes. I use a metal frame rest right here. This cleat, this Morse cleat at the bottom, it's got about a 10 to 15 degree slope on the top to help it divert water. Obviously, it doesn't divert snow very well, or sleet. This is actually sleet. It's held. The first ones of these I put them at the very bottom of the box, but I couldn't get my boxes lined up. So what I ended up doing was, now I hold them a 1/2 inch high. So that allows me, with my fingertips, to be able to feel and align the boxes like that, so they're lined up. I have let's see if I can show you guys this. I have a saw kerf in the bottom. What that does is that creates a drip. So water running down goes across the top, goes back, and then drips straight down, and isn't able to migrate back between the boxes. I build my own frames. Gotta be careful. If you touch wax in this cold a temperature, it just shatters. I build my own frames using scraps from 2x4s. I use 30-pound fishing line, and I use starter strips at the top. They work pretty well for me. My mediums have the exact same cleat at the bottom, so you can easily grab these and pick them up. They don't need an extra handle. They're real easy to hold this way. And you can see I can divide this one into, continue that nuke, 4-frame nukes inside each of these boxes up into this super as well. To be able to identify that these are able to be divided, I paint this black stripe on there. So when I'm looking at a stack of boxes, I can say, yeah, I can, if I want to do one side as a nuke, I can just do that. I'll block this off. This base that I have will not allow me to divide them, but this base right here will. Let's see if I can show you guys. See how that's going to be divided. Got a red side and a gray side. So I can make 2 4-frame nukes. This is exactly the same base. It's just got this extra piece added to it. Okay, so inner cover. Sometimes it's just a simple board. I keep it, no different. Sometimes I drill a hole in the middle for a feeder, and sometimes I'll notch it in the front for an escape. I usually start them out just like this because these are really handy for if you're doing inspections. You can lay one of these on the ground and you set your box on there. You don't have to worry about bees going down in the grass or your queen going down in the grass. This inner cover is made to complement the double nuke system. So it's got a extra piece here. It's got 2 feeder holes. Does not have any notches in it, but that's a pretty standard inner cover. Outer cover. Many people have noticed that I run a sloped top outer cover. The reason I do that is because most people tend to pitch their colonies forward to let water run out of the bottom. Well, I never understood if you pitch a flat roof forward, your water is going to run out and down onto your landing board as well. So I've always just said, well, we'll take care of that by sloping everything backwards. Not only does this slope, it's insulated. So this is a piece of plywood, probably a piece of Luan or 3/8 inch sometimes. And above this is a piece of 3/4 inch polyisocyanurate, and above that, the void is filled with the pink bat insulation. I believe I get an average R value of about R10 out of that. I did a little sketch for you guys, so let me show that to you. Okay, so this is a cut through my lid. You can see the dimensions and you can see the construction of it. So I'll just leave that up for a second. It should be pretty self-explanatory. But it is fully insulated. I think it's important to have more insulation above the colony than it is on the walls. That way the condensation that occurs will occur on the walls and run down. The bees can use that as a water source, but it helps them maintain their heat and it keeps the condensation from forming in the middle and dripping back down on the bees. So that pretty much wraps up my normal condition. But like I said, there's not very much that I do that is normal. Hope to get into some more customizations that I do on my colonies. A sneak preview would be bottom boards. I will give you guys a quick look at how I do bottom boards. Here's just a few examples. You know, kind of the standard standard bottom board, the bottom board that can be divided into 2 nukes, the bottom board that can be divided into 3x3 frames for queen mating, the emergency bottom board that I made out of old fence boards, and you're just in a bind and have to throw together a colony because you caught a swarm and didn't have the equipment. And this one, please excuse the sleep, but this is a 3-way nuke box bottom board, and this is part of my queen ring system that I'll do a video on as well. That just about wraps up this video. I'm gonna go in, throw some more wood on the fireplace, and try to enjoy the rest of the evening. I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching.